Coming up on Dude, Don't Just Lick Stuff.
I wasn't aware of your word.
I didn't
Mr.
know.
Keeper.
I was unfamiliar with your game, sir. Keeper.
Gatekeeping.
Keeper.
Keep her
Keep
subjugated.
Her away. To be a woman is to be silent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Boys Club bullshit. Glass ceilings we're breaking through, princess style.
Talk that talk, dude. Trolley problems require trolley solutions. I mean, he was just so bamboozled. He's like, Roger, where's my dollar? You know, kind of thing.
Fall.
It's Fable time!
I've soiled my tunic.
Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Dude, Don't Just Lick Stuff. If you're new here, it's the Adventure Time Rewatch podcast where we make food in spirit of the episodes. I don't know how many times we're going to explain it. If you don't know by now, what are you doing watching episode 5? I'm Seth, and with me today is my and everybody's favorite sister, Savy. Say hi, Savy.
Hi, Savvy.
Shut up.
Rude.
I'm just kidding.
What a terrible host you are.
What a terrible day it's been. And I'll have
Oh,
I'll
no.
have you start.
Oh.
How bad's your day been? We're going to start really negative today.
I mean, it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it might be.
Oh.
Because yesterday I overbooked myself, and so I was like, I'm going to be so sore the next day.
Mhm.
It turned out fine. Those little splints that I got for my thumbs, you know.
The $150,000 ones?
The $150 ones.
1.5 million for the whole set.
All the fingies. But no, those little splints that I get for my thumbs are pretty good
They're
at
working.
their job.
Good.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was up at 5 a.m. today, you know, which is always super fun. But it was my Friday, so
There you
we're
go.
here.
Yeah.
We're good.
Well, I'm happy to have you here at your own house.
Thank you. You're such a great host now.
Thank you.
How bad was your day?
Do you want the full answer? Do you want the real answer?
Why do you always ask me that? Of
No.
course I want the real answer.
No, honestly, it has not been bad. It's actually been a totally fine
Okay.
day. I was just
Good.
being negative for no reason. I have been working on some, I'll say, secret projects
Secret projects, you say?
behind the scenes. You know about them, but
Yeah,
they don't know about them yet. So I tidied up some of the secret projects, and I'm really happy with them, and I'm excited for them to be announced when they are. Or maybe these ones never get announced.
Well, this one will air in a while, so
And it's probably out by now.
you've got time to figure out whether or not you want to tell people.
Got some irons on the fire, guys.
Yeah.
Look out for an
are they
alternative name.
Musical?
I can confirm they are musical.
You
Yes.
heard it here first, folks.
Yes.
It's probably already out, but you heard it here first.
You may have heard it on Spotify, but you're hearing it here first.
Go check Spotify. Look for lots of variations on Seth's name.
Or not.
Or not. Or not.
As we discussed.
That's true. There are other options for sure.
Any hoodles, my guys. Welcome to the show. We have
Welcome
a fun
to
one
the
today.
show.
It's the Enchiridion today, right?
Exclamation point.
Enchiridion!
It's the Enchiridion.
Hell yeah. Well,
Yeah.
why don't you kick it off with a little summary as you always like to do, or
Yeah,
whatever it is
some
you do here.
deets. You know my job. So, season 1, episode 5, the Enchiridion, with the exclamation
I
point.
heard it.
Yes. Air date, April 19th, 2010.
Okay.
We're still in 2010.
It's still in April.
Still in April. The director was Larry Likeleader.
Mhm.
Written and storyboarded by Pendleton Ward,
Thank you.
Adam Muto, and Patrick McHale.
Very good.
Of course, the creator is Pendleton Ward. As-
He has to stop texting us.
Buddy, we've said your name every time.
You just want attention.
And that's as much as you can sing in that song. So for a synopsis,
is like Melody Band or
I don't know.
is that copywritten?
I don't
It's
know. I'm sure it is.
probably. I love you, Charlie.
Well, it's a good thing we don't make any money.
Definitely not yet or ever. Go on.
Maybe if we get real ads someday.
We have a real ad today.
We have a really fake ad.
We have a real fake ad today.
So the synopsis for this episode: to prove their skill as adventurers, Finn and Jake undertake a quest given by Princess Bubblegum to retrieve the Enchiridion, a legendary hero's handbook in which they must endure many trials to receive it.
Many.
Many.
Each of them more
perilous than the last.
Treacherous. Idiot!
God damn it! I'm fired.
It's funny because I forgot it, but once you said the wrong one, I remembered it.
Yeah.
Great. That's a good little synopsis, summary,
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
There wasn't any DVD commentary this
Aw.
time. Yeah. The next one
But
picks
that's
up.
such a good time filler.
I know. But I have production notes on this one,
Okay,
actually.
interesting. Did you take them?
I did take some production notes.
Wow.
Yeah, I stole them from
You-
Wikipedia.
Very good.
The next time that we have DVD commentary is episode 7,
Aw.
Ricardio the Heart
Oh,
Guy.
no. I
It's
hate
coming
that.
up.
I don't like that episode.
Do you know which episode's next?
I'm gonna call in sick for that one. The Jiggler. Yeah, I
But
look-
you also don't
I
like.
wish we're gonna have 2 bad moods in a row.
Seth is just gonna be grumpy.
I'm not even gonna be here.
Seth's calling out sick. Who's gonna fill in?
You can have your husband fill in.
But he doesn't know the show. Not that well. Not like we know it. Not like we know.
Not like we know it. He can learn it. It's a 12-minute episode.
It's very true. It's very true.
There's not much to know, I guess, especially if
You're not calling in sick. Go ahead and get us kicked off. How's this shindig open?
funny you should ask. Like a lot of episodes, it actually starts right in the Candy Kingdom.
Of course it does.
You know, there's actually a mental note I took when we came into the show. When it came into the Candy Kingdom, I was like, yeah, like that just felt right. Like that it just
Yeah.
opened and it felt like nostalgic immediately that it came to like a just commotion in the Candy Kingdom. Even though not a lot of, but like a lot of episodes don't start that way. So it was very iconic to do that, and it just felt right.
Well, you know, this opening scene was used for a lot of promotional materials.
That would
right?
make sense. Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
remember some parts of it for sure that were.
Especially this party is so crazy.
Yeah.
That was used in the Cartoon Network Studios logo from like season 2
Yeah.
to like the end of the series or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. So yeah, there's a whole candy party going on. Finn's like, this party's so crazy, right? And then these little
Oh yeah, remember his like arms
Yeah.
were like wiggling?
no bones.
No bones.
We're all bones.
So many
Like-
bones.
They're like so many like vertebrae in his
Articulating
arms.
so much. Yeah.
And were they like little gumdrops, like the little ladies?
I think so, yeah.
I was like sugar plums, gumdrops. I don't know what the
Gumdrops, it
difference
looked
are.
like, yeah.
But basically, they're asking if Finn's like, if you got a girlfriend. Why is everyone hitting on this boy?
this 12-year-old or whatever.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone in the show is like really horny. They are.
For a kid's show, everyone's horny for. I almost said children, but
Yikes. Whoa.
but anyway, then it cuts to this iconic punch bowl that's dancing and sloshing around.
Yeah.
What a marvelous party!
Do you know who that is?
No.
It's Uncle Gumbald.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh.
Uncle Gumbald is the punch bowl, right?
Yeah. Is he the bowl or is he the liquid?
Yes. He appears in the Thin Yellow Line, and at the end, that's a Banana Guards reference.
Got it.
And at the
Oh
end,
no! I just got it.
and at the end of 3 Buckets, and his identity had not been revealed until Bonnabelle Bubblegum, the episode.
How would I if I had known any of that?
Because I remembered looking back, I'm like, that guy's somebody, and then I was looking through the trivia.
He certainly is. Okay.
It reminded me that is in fact Uncle Gumbald.
Okay. Well, great. That's good to know. I didn't know that. And
He's a prominent man.
aren't we all? New character alert.
Oop.
Cinnamon Bun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's about to do a flip. Completely different voice than he has later.
Yeah, that
But-
was actually in the production notes.
But that voice is used. I don't know who it is,
It's somebody else though.
but he does a lot of stuff.
yeah,
Whoever it is.
yeah. They do like. Do you remember that guy? Like, Finn, have dinner with me.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I don't know if that's the
It
same
might
guy.
not be.
But he
I might
does
just
like
be
a lot of. He might be
misremembering.
in like SpongeBob as just like a miscellaneous voice, like,
background voices.
yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like he's in a lot of stuff. I just don't remember his name. I didn't care to look it up. Sorry.
Sorry.
But his voice changes anyways. So
Well, as far as like the production notes, it specifically mentioned Cinnamon Bun's
Mhm.
voice being different, and that like other character voices were slightly different than the rest of the episodes because this was the first produced episode.
okay.
We thought last episode
Yeah.
was.
Wait, no, I thought the one before that was.
We thought so.
Can they make up their minds?
And then this one says this was the first produced one.
Got it.
So this was supposed to be the first episode of the series.
That makes sense with the immediate exposition
yes.
and the fact that Enchiridion kind of laying the plot that Finn's the hero kind of thing.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah,
I
so
can see how that goes.
Season 1 would begin with him getting his hero's handbook, right?
And then
Like
becoming hero.
Exactly.
I get it. That makes
Yeah.
sense. But
Obviously, it's not.
well, Cinnamon Bun,
Different guy.
whole different impression too. I mean, no, kind of same vibes throughout the whole show, but
But this one seems way more nervous.
yeah, he was just oh jeez,
Yeah.
like a real Morty
Embarrassed.
type.
Yeah.
But anyways, he tries to go do the new Cinnamon Bun's so shameless.
Yeah, just like, ha.
Uh-oh. But this one's he attempts a flip,
Mm-hmm.
and he does not get there. Crashes into the tower.
It's so sad.
It's really
though.
sad. It fractures it. It crawls all the way up, leading us to conflict number 1. Bubblegum in a life-threatening situation. Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, she was dancing up on her little parapet.
Is that what that's called?
No, I don't think so. It's
What's
a little
perpet?
a parapet.
Parapets?
Parapet.
Parrot?
No, parapet.
Parent trap?
Oh my god. I think it's just like a little tower thing.
Okay, I don't
It's
know.
a parapet.
Well, Princess Bubblegum's falling immediately because the tower not structurally sound.
Mm-hmm.
Can't withstand one crash. She falls out. They do a really cool
I guess part of it was a parapet. Sorry. It's a wall or railing
pillow pet.
that extends from the top of a wall and protects the edge of a roof, balcony, or other structure.
Gotcha.
But she was on a balcony.
She was. Anyways, this tower is falling. They do this cool like shot where it's like the side by side shots where they do meet in the middle. Like that's I can't
Where
remember.
she's falling and he goes to catch her.
Yeah. And then they end up in the same frame kind of deal.
Yeah, pushing the frames together.
Yeah, it was great. Saves right in the nick of time. She tells him again. This could be easily an episode 1 sort of thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
you really are my hero this day.
Mm-hmm.
Hero. She has an idea. And so something I thought was very funny was how everyone just complies.
Yeah.
So she says, turn around, everybody. Like, she wants to show Finn a secret entrance.
Yeah.
They're like, turn around. And then they don't at first. And then she's like, come on. Well,
It's secret.
turn around. It's secret. And then they're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this would have been the first mention of math.
Yeah.
Because she pulls, like, once everyone's completely turned away, she pulls out the brick out of the tower. Says, math. And goes in. Finn follows, replaces the brick. Kinda
Yeah.
Super silly. Then she goes down, and we're in this like dark little basement type of room, and she pulls out this magical globe.
Glow.
It's like a yellow little orb, and Finn's like, "Whoa, magic globe!" She's like, "No, it's what you can see within the globe."
Yes.
And
Which I find funny because now thinking of it, Princess Bubblegum was always like, there is no magic, it's all science.
sure,
And I find that very funny. Like now
Oh,
she's
yeah,
just
you're
like,
right.
yeah, it's magic, but it's what you can see in it.
it's
you know?
it's not the fact that it's magic; it's the fact that the magic produces data science. Right?
In future episodes,
It's true. I didn't think about it like that.
She fully disputes that magic exists. She's just like, no, it's just things we don't understand.
Like we can
yet.
explain it with science.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Anyways, it's what you can see within the globe, as she says, and what we see is the Enchiridion!
Mm-hmm.
Exclamation point. It's the hero's handbook, and it's only meant for those whose hearts are righteous.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Finn say?
He's totally righteous.
He says schmauzow,
Oh, sorry.
dumbass. Definitely.
That's like my whole thing or something like that.
And
right?
I have a little bit of foreshadowing, Savvy. I may be including schmauzow in another secret project that I can't quite tell you yet.
Oh, you can't tell me yet?
No, this one's secret from you.
What?
I know.
We have no secrets.
We have secrets. It's this. And also,
How could you?
I don't like your outfit. And
That's fucking rude.
that's my secret.
It's not a secret.
Oh, yeah. That's just mean.
That's just mean.
I'm just kidding. Savvy's outfit is great. And we're going to move.
What happens next?
So Finn's like, schmouse out. We're getting back on track now. She says, schmouse out. And then she explains that the Enchiridion is like this whole situation.
It's a big old book.
Big old book. Big old like thing leading to it.
Mm-hmm.
Guarded by a manly minotaur. Finn's stoked. In fact, he jumps out the window. No hesitation. Luckily, Jake's there to catch him.
Yes, yeah.
So that's not a huge deal. And then PB starts waving out the window.
Farewell, Finn the human.
Exactly. And then, but she gets her little...
Hanky.
I was going to say, do you call it a hanky for a princess?
It's a handkerchief,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I literally wrote PB waves goodbye, but forgets her little princess hanky thing.
Yeah, it's a handkerchief.
I didn't know that for that. Anyways, they arrive and they're greeted by this little cute guy with
The
the keeper with a little key on his head. He starts yapping, kind of telling, speaking really fast. I'm sure they
kind of like the end of your ads.
Yeah, I think they did have to speed it up because I was
sure.
listening to it and I was like, no, that's not like fully like
just the guy speaking fast.
Yeah, it was too fast. But unless he's insane like that, but he starts yapping.
I wasn't aware of your word.
I didn't
Mr.
know.
Keeper.
I was unfamiliar with your game, sir. But no, he's yapping real quick, kind of telling him exactly there's a bunch of trials, keep on going. Blah, 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 blah. While that whole spiel's going on, Finn picks him up, puts him right in the keyhole, turns him, and he's like, "Oh, goody!
You figured it out.
You passed the first trial.
Yeah.
How did you do it? How did you think of that?" He's like, "Well, I just thought you looked really cute stuffed in that lock."
Oh yes, that's how most people figure it out.
I did really like that detail. Anyways, they march on, and after they leave, he continues yapping to camera. Yes, he's talking about how each trial is more treacherous
than
the last. And he's like, I have like this thing where I'm like, that feeling that he's like kind of pulling his eyes down.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Is that
the
weird?
feeling of
yeah,
it?
like this big little face stretch.
No, I kind of like that too.
Yeah, it's nice. A nice little face stretch.
Because I'm stretching my face.
I don't like it.
You don't like looking at it?
No.
Yeah. I don't like looking at it either. But
understand.
it feels kind of like,
it does feel good.
Some oxygen on the eyeball.
Skins are stretching. Turns out, Jake, well, he is a dog. So again, maybe now I'm thinking about it, a lot of this makes sense for episode 1 where he's like, I can smell the book from here. He's like, no, you can't.
Didn't he call it the Enchiridion? Like he pronounced it anchor instead of Enchiridion?
I don't know, actually. Maybe.
It sounded really weird. I was like,
Enchiridion.
the Enchiridion.
I don't know. I can't remember that part, but I do remember him sniffing it out, and I'm like, that's, now that you say it, it feels like a pilot episode kind of thing to be,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, to challenge, like, you'd feel like he would never question this magical dog, you know?
Yeah.
But for the first episode, it's like for everyone to get it that he is
He's
a
a dog, B, magic.
You get me. Yeah, so after there's sort of that exposition between Finn and Jake, and like we're saying, now everything's starting to make sense that it's episode 1. You know,
Because he's a dog.
Because he's a dog. They ended up moving on. Finn hears something, I think. Yeah, and so then he goes...
Like cries for help.
Yeah. So he hears some cries for help, and he runs, and he does trip.
Yeah.
And then Jake says, did you get brain damage? Leading us straight into conflict number 2.
What?
You know what I'm going to ask you? Any guesses?
No place like gnome.
It is a pun. Well, no, it's not really a pun. It's kind of a saying.
What is it?
It's just trolley problems require trolley solutions. He has a decision to make.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can let these pixies boil in this hole of lava.
Yeah.
And fire, or not, I guess.
Yeah.
But pulling the lever in this scenario makes these evil pixies go
Gnomes.
destroy old ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Pixie gnomes, whatever you want to call them. They have wings, so I just kind of assume they're pixies.
Yeah, they call them gnomes.
I do remember him saying that later, yeah.
So he frees them, and then they immediately do bad
Well,
shit.
yeah, they say,
yeah.
thank you for saving me. Now we're going to destroy an old lady.
What?
Every time you say what, we're going to destroy an old lady.
No.
Every time you say no. Yeah, so it kept getting worse. So everything Finn did was the wrong thing.
Every time you look sad, we're going to destroy a big old woman.
I have that in my notes, too. But yeah, so Finn basically saves them. They immediately betray his trust.
Yes, of course.
Which, yeah, every time he's a whiny boy, then Jake's like, no, you cut that out. Like, he just saved your life, and like, don't mess with him, kind of thing.
They're like, kill him. They try to kill Jake.
Yeah, he tried to make him apologize, and they're like, kill him. And well, Jake grabs them with his big stretchy hands,
Of course. And
pins them all together, and just throws them back in the lava.
Yeah.
Which-
And I'm like, help. It's like, you little bitches.
Exactly. And then, well, Jake naturally, his best buddy ran away, and he's all sad, so he goes to see him. He's skipping rocks, you know, he's deep in thought.
He's not righteous, he's wrong-teous.
And stupid-chious, if you remember that one. And then Jake is always one for giving him comfort. He says, don't let those gnomes and illusions get you. They're just
gnomes and illusions.
gnomes and illusions.
Like, why would there be all these old ladies?
Right,
They
yeah.
wouldn't be out in the woods in a dangerous area.
Right, so he
you
kind of
know?
walks them through this whole thing, being like, this is designed to mess you up.
Yeah, because it's trials, you
Mhm.
know? And in this section with the gnomes, originally in the first storyboard, the gnomes were supposed to rob Finn after he saves them.
Mhm.
In the final version, of course, it's the destroying old ladies,
Which
but
was a better direction.
so much better because it's like, what, they rob him once and leave?
Yeah.
You know?
No.
No, there's no like ethical dilemma as much, right?
No trolley. Oh gosh, but yeah, so this empowering speech brings him back up. He's fine. He's ready to go.
Mhm.
He's like, let's tackle these trials. Let's get that Enchiridion. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Immediately, Jake is snatched up by this red big baby.
Big ogre.
Yeah, and this immediately and really quickly we get into conflict number 3.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta throw me a guess. You're not gonna get it, but I just want to hear it. I like your guesses too.
Big money, big problems.
No,
That would have been good though.
that was good. Gobble me, swallow me, Jake lives inside
I
of me.
would never have guessed that.
Gobble me, swallow me, Jake lives inside of me. As you know, the popular song WAP. Anywho, big red giant baby ogre thing swallows Jake. I call him a baby. He just looks babyish.
He's just because of his proportions.
Yeah.
He's got like a gut
and like
he's-
weird thick legs.
like chunky arms.
yeah,
you know,
and baby head.
he's got those like sausage link looking limbs.
Yeah. Gross.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then he does his best Gandalf. Says you cannot pass.
Mm-hmm. You cannot pass.
And Jake's popping out. He's like, you swallowed my friend. Like, give me him back. And Jake's like, I'm fine. I got it. He pops out his nose.
And he like plugs his
Boink.
nose and like keeps popping out other places.
Yeah. And then Finn's not having it. He doesn't know what to do though, so he says, I'm gonna kick your foot.
Mm-hmm.
And the baby ogre boy responds, it's impossible for you to hurt me. And Finn starts climbing him because
Yeah.
he's like, well, Jack and the Beanstalk shit, let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Climbs up the boy. And
He knows how to fight big dudes.
yeah, he does. Jake comes out one more time out of his ear or something.
Yeah.
Plugs him back up.
I'm making my way out.
And then he lets out a big old burp.
Yeah.
And he says, ha ha ha, I think your friend fell into my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
Finn loses shit.
He does that a lot.
Yeah. He's 12.
Yeah. He should be more grounded. I'm just saying. As a hero.
For a 12-year-old boy thrown into this magical world where there's
He's
people like,
he was
eating his best friend and brother.
he is the only human, so I can see how that's hard. Well,
Yeah.
allegedly. Anyways,
As far as we know.
so after he falls into his stomach, actually he doesn't like fully freak out yet. He does immediately go for his wallet, his
Yeah.
giant wallet, and steal his giant money.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just glides away. And then he goes, my big money! Which I loved. I mean, he was just so bamboozled. He's like, Roger, where's my dollar? You know, kind of thing. I don't even know if that's what he says, but something about that's so funny. Roger, where's my
No,
dollar?
it wasn't that one. It was you stole my dollar.
Roger, here's my dollar. You're gonna laugh at that. One day you're gonna think that's funny.
I think it's funny that you got the quote so wrong.
Roger, here's my dollar.
Hey, you stole my dollar.
Well, in exchange for their verbal demands,
Roger. Jesus.
shut up. I think it's funny. It's funnier this way. They should have hired me. But anyway,
When you were like 7.
I was 9, 10. I was 11. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
2010. Jeez Louise.
Well, not when they were in production. It was
Okay.
2009.
Okay, it was 2009, which I was 10. You dick. Bleep.
You play.
And so Finn's not gambling. Finn's making a deal with them, being like,
Like, give me my friend, I'll give you back your dollar.
he's like, well, I can't give you your friend. He's
I
dead.
killed him
I
already.
killed him already. And then you see his face just,
Fine.
want your dollar? Here's your dollar. And just flies right into him, kicks him in the baby gut, makes him throw up.
Yeah.
Makes him throw up real hard. It's white. It's gross. It's spit up
And who's running through the throw
like a
up?
treadmill. Is Jake. And, he hooks his, Finn glides over him, hooks his legs around him, and he takes off up the mountain, And
They glide
all
way
the way-
past a bunch of trials.
Oh yeah, millions of trials they miss probably. Millions. I'm not even exaggerating.
Millions.
Like
but,
as much as Savy's braces cost, or
yeah. This though, it really shows that there's banknote currencies in Ooh.
oh yeah,
Even though, the currency has like a giant dollar,
Mhm.
like for the ogres.
yeah.
But like
They do have banks.
they have banks.
and a Federal Reserve.
Yeah. They have something.
Yeah.
Um,
As a person who works in bank,
who works at bank.
you can tell that's real. So
That's legit.
it's real.
It's legit.
It would pass the marker test.
That is crazy.
Anyways, they go all the way up the mountain, pretty much,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
They skip a lot of stuff.
Baby monster boy, sad.
Yeah. You stole my dollar.
You're under arrest for stealing my dollar.
Yeah.
As the hero he is, he folds up the dollar in a little paper airplane, perfectly throws
Sends it on back.
and he's like,
Yeah.
and he's like that, and Jake recognizes it, and he's like, "That was very cool, man. Very
That
heroic."
was righteous.
Yeah, that was it.
And we don't see that guy until Root Beer Guy.
Yeah,
The episode Root Beer Guy.
I do remember seeing him again, but that was great. And so that brings us to conflict number 4.
Dun, dun, dun.
Kind of works with this episode because it's all kind of trials, so it's like when the conflicts are happening.
Yeah.
Conflict number 4.
What could this conflict be called?
Morality, the marking of a man. Mark Hamill, everybody. Give me some snaps and claps.
Mark Hamill.
Snaps, claps, and touch your toes or whatever. Yeah.
Hands down, body roll, dance it.
With thumbs, wide open.
This whole episode is just fucked.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what happens when we fuck with it. Anyway, Mark Hamill's here, guys. So
Yeah.
obviously you may know him from our Star Wars podcast that we sometimes do, apparently.
Sorry. Revenge of the Sith.
Return of the Sith,
Return of the Sith
dumbass.
is what you said. That's it.
Return of the Sith, dumbass. Obviously, it's Revenge of the Sith. We've moved on. We've learned. We've had more sleep since then.
We've had hopefully more sleep since then.
Less than negative. Wait, more than negative. Whatever. Mark Hamill,
We've
everybody.
had positive hours of sleep.
Correct.
And Mark Hamill is voicing
This shadow
evil guy.
wizard, evil brain wizard.
Yeah. Dark magician.
Yeah.
Thing.
Isn't that a Yu-Gi-Oh card?
I don't know.
Dark magician. Anyway, he's
Something like that.
it's the last trial, it seems, and he's like, "Yo, Finn, enter my brain world. Like, I'm gonna show you stuff up deep in yourself that you're not entirely aware of.
Yeah, it's stuff that's in your subconscious.
Yeah, like, hey, we're gonna
Stuff keep
see
you from
what's."
being a hero.
Mm-hmm. And so the first trial in this trial is to slay the beast.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like this little heart beast thing. It was gross looking. It had like
Yeah.
weird fleshy arm thing.
I think it was called the Heart Beast.
Okay.
No, that was nasty.
Yeah, it was gross. If you know, you know. And it says slay the beast. And he's like, is it evil? Like, yeah, super evil.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
kill
like,
it.
That's my deal.
That's what I do. You should know this about me. I'm gonna kill it. And so then he beats up the heart. He punches it, bah, 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 and it just pops blood.
Like blood.
Yeah.
And this is
That's where it comes from.
one of the only episodes where they actually show like blood.
I guess that makes sense. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, and actually this part got censored.
Oh, for
too.
sure.
I can't remember where it got censored. But like the heart beast exploding and blood splattering all over the screen.
They could have just colored it
That was fully cut.
like mud or
Just
something.
mud. That was fully cut.
Well, that's cool.
I think Australia and the Philippines, because that's most likely.
Yeah, usually. Just throw a dartboard at a globe. It's gonna hit those two.
Specifically those two. When it comes to censorship with Adventure
Yeah, that's
Time.
what I mean. It's like there's a magnet there. It's- well, he kills it, no problem. He's super stoked about it. He's like down with it. So there's one more trial.
Mm-hmm.
Kill this ant. Is it evil? No.
It's neutral.
The way he says it is like, he's like, is it evil? He's like, no, no.
But it's not good either.
It's not good either. It's neutral. So will you slay it? No. He's absolutely not gonna do it. He's like, if you want the hero's Enchiridion, slay this unaligned ant.
This is my favorite
It's
lines.
one of my favorite things.
Slay this unaligned ant.
Never! He snaps out of this brain world thing. He runs over and beats the shit out of this dark magician.
Yeah, and he's like, uh-oh.
And then he turns into shadowy, whatever, nothingness.
Yeah.
And
What's funny about this one is when Finn was kicking the dark magician in the groin,
Uh-huh.
right? That was edited so when Finn's foot struck him, it would cut to a close-up of Finn's head shouting "never," you know, for the next beat of this scene, and then the smoke dissipating after he kicked him, kind of deal.
Interesting.
And it was funny, I saw in the cultural references section.
Okay. Every good wiki has one.
Of course. It says when Finn kicks the dark magician, he seemingly disappears and his robe falls to the floor.
Oh!
This is
Duh.
reminiscent of the movie Star Wars A New Hope when Obi-Wan was killed.
Yes.
This may be because Mark Hamill, who played Luke Skywalker,
Duh. Jesus
did the
Christ.
voice of Dark
How did
Magician.
I not think about that? That's so stupid. I mean, it's
as soon
great.
as I read that, I was like, oh, yeah, it does. Like, immediately.
Well, yeah, because I saw the same. I mean, I watched the episode and I was like, oh, yep. And I was writing in my notes, like, yep, robe falls. I should have just been like, duh. Oh, stupid, dumb idiot. Anyways, another thing about Mark Hamill.
People are so smart.
We only mentioned his Star Wars work, but obviously.
Oh my god, he did so much stuff. He's done so much stuff.
He's doing shit probably.
Yeah,
still.
he's booked and busy, I'm sure.
He booked. He was a really good Joker. If you've ever played any of the Batman games, like he plays in a lot of them.
Seen the Batman TV show.
He's in the animated show. Yeah, he does. He plays another role in the show Adventure Time Later.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He's done.
I believe
a
it
lot of
was
stuff.
episode like Ocean of Fear.
Yeah, he's like the little belly button fear manifestation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's great. He's got a very versatile voice.
He's prolific.
Yes, crazy Joker voice. I swear, I like the Arkham City game or Arkham, like that whole Arkham franchise.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's crazy.
I got like
That game was crazy.
great.
Oh, I forgot too. When Finn faces the Dark Magician, the original storyboard had him offering to Finn that they could like rule together. Yeah, no, like
wait, that's really funny.
yeah, to rule over Ooh as two evil princes is what it said.
That would be even more Star Warsy.
Right? And it's like this idea was later obviously recycled when the Lich offers Sweet Pea,
Oh, right.
you know, to rule over the world
Spoiler.
as two kings.
Spoiler.
Come on.
They've never seen that far.
All the people here have never watched the show.
I haven't watched the full show.
But they wouldn't even understand this reference.
Bing, bang, boom, bam, bing, bong, bang. Type of shit I'm on you wouldn't understand.
Anyway. Yeah, so anyways, they reused that plot in another episode many seasons down the line.
Oh, yeah. Well, enough about Mark Hamill, even though I could talk about him for a long time.
All day.
All
All day.
Is that copyright? I don't know.
It's fine.
So, instead of talking about Mark Hamill all day, we can definitely move on because Keeper opens the door.
As Finn's going, never!
And he's trying to congratulate Finn, and he's still on he's in like dungeon mode still.
Yeah. Adrenaline's still pumping.
Yeah. And he goes on and
Does he punch him?
I think he punches them
In the gut?
In the gut, and he flies. I paused it right at that frame. It was before I found the snail on my first watch, so I was like looking around, and so I was like pausing it again randomly to see like before I get like just locked in. If it's been a still frame for a second, I just want to make sure I can see the snail.
Yeah.
So I paused it and like I caught him mid-air as he's like it was
Flying
very
backwards.
funny. But he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, but why were you wearing that little devil costume?"
Yeah.
What does he say?
These are my pajamas. I was getting ready for bed.
They are cute little devil pajamas.
They are. And he has a pitchfork too,
Yeah.
which is so funny.
Does he have it at the time, or does that show up later?
He has it like at the time.
Honestly, I thought it was only at the table when he had it.
I'm pretty sure he walked in with the little
I
like
agree to disagree.
horns and the tail and the pitchfork.
I remember the horns and the tail. I think the pitchfork is at the table when he's serving the spaghetti.
We'll look it up and get a screen grab.
Yeah.
And then the audience will know on Instagram.
Yeah.
YouTube, it's like flashing.
Again, we can use the community tab. It's not that hard. Anywho, to wrap this up, we do get into old Manish Man. The Minotaur greets him.
Of
And
course.
congratulates him.
And what does he congratulate him on? His Nard kicking ability.
Oh, yeah. It is this nerd kicking ability.
He was like, that was awesome. Of course, that was edited in Australia.
Yeah, for sure.
So it just said kicking ability, not nard kicking ability.
What about his punching ability, dumbass? But
Yeah.
even before that,
Australia.
oh, I'm talking when they introduce him and he's like, "Oh, you're you're the Minotaur or whatever," and then he's like, "Ah ha ha
Like
ha,"
Princess Bubblegum.
and then he starts flexing,
Yeah.
and then when he turns his back, and then
there's like another arm.
a whole other left arm like flexed on his back. It's a little baby arm,
Yeah.
but still jacked.
Just to show how jacked he is.
He's so jacked. He had so much muscle. He grew another arm on his back,
Yeah.
just full of muscle too. A couple of the old destroyed ladies.
We're also
A
there.
little reunion, at the picnic table, kind of.
Yeah, it's like we got juice and the gatekeeper made spaghetti.
Pitchfork.
Yeah. That's why he had the pitchfork.
No, he was in his devil costume, so he
he
had.
had balls.
I don't think so.
Get in the comments.
we're gonna take a break, before the ad. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna discuss it. We're gonna come back, and I'm gonna be gloating.
Sure.
Yes. He awards him the Enchiridion, not after doing a little whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Oops, shit. Not after doing like a little whoop whoop with the book, showing him like, hey, look what it is. And he goes, go ahead, open it.
Oh, almost got it.
Oh,
Almost got
you gotta
it.
be quicker than that.
Yeah, that's it.
Like a Geico commercial, I think. Jesus.
It's a insurance company.
This is my least favorite bit we do. And I think I started it.
You did.
And I hate it now.
You said not a goddamn cent.
I mean that. I mean that. We're not giving them shit, but until they give us shit.
But yes, he hands him the book, of course.
Hands him the book, and he's
Immediately turns
to How to Kiss a Princess. And then all of a sudden, Globalina, Miss
Bubble.
I almost said peanut butter, PB.
Miss PB.
Miss Peanut Butter and Jelly is on the orb, being like, "What does it say, Finn?"
Yeah,
like,
what does it say?
Manishman won't tell me. Hey, don't tell her, Finn. It's just so weird. I'm like, did Manishman kind of dog ear it for him to open it to that? That's the first one, because it's
I think he was just playing pranks on him.
right. Maybe he had a bookmark in there or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just playing with him. But
yeah, he's being very gatekeepy.
whoa, keeper,
Gatekeeping.
keeper.
Keep her
Keep
subjugated.
her away. To be a woman is to be silent.
Exactly.
I
This
get
is
it.
a boys' club.
This is. The old ladies are there to be destroyed. I get it now. Pendleton Ward, you're a bad person. I'm just kidding. I love you,
he's
Daddy.
an ally.
Oh yeah. He's exposing this country club behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boys
yeah.
club bullshit. Glass ceilings we're breaking through, princess style.
Talk that talk, dude.
Did you notice the numbers on the back of the Enchiridion when he had it open?
On the back?
Yeah.
No.
So they were 8, 13, and 21.
Does that come back later?
I don't know.
Why don't you know that right away?
Well, here's the thing. My DVD copy, because I have the whole box set, right?
Mhm.
And the entire case is shaped like the Enchiridion.
Oh, that's true.
And it has pages where the discs are in.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. So it's actually kind of a book,
That's kind of cool.
But that has it on it too, on our physical copy.
I just pulled up a picture. I see it.
Isn't it weird?
Looks like a date. Like it's August 13th, 2021.
I know. It's
Or
so
1921.
strange. So
Or bajillion years ago, 2021. Or bajillion years
yeah.
in the future, 2021.
because the Enchiridion is referencing an old Greek handbook kind of deal,
Mhm.
right? I was looking at stuff and someone's like, well, it could be a nod to the actual Enchiridion book. And I'm like, okay,
Whatever that means.
but which one? Because they were Enchiridion of this and Enchiridion of that, and it's a lot of old Greek stuff,
Mhm.
And then the cover numbers, it said, which are part of the Fibonacci sequence,
Whoa.
or possibly when the Enchiridion was published. And I'm like, which one? And why would the 21 be in there? So anyways, there were a lot of theories online. I don't know what the actual correct one is. The Fibonacci one seems kind of more
Fibonacci.
closely related. I don't know. But I did see those numbers and I paused it and I was like, is that on mine?
Wait, was it on yours? I can't remember if you said that.
It was
Oh,
on the
okay.
DVD like box set.
No, that makes sense.
Which
Well, yeah,
is awesome.
if it's from them, they would probably include it.
Yeah, I would think so.
If it was like some bullshit third-party thing, probably not, but...
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had another little trivia point that was like the physical release of the complete Adventure Time series on DVD, which is the one that I have, is the Enchiridion with Finn and Jake added to the coat of arms on the front.
Oh, cute!
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So he's got his book. He's not telling the princess nothing.
He's keeping that bottled up.
And I think that's the end of the episode, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I don't think there's a big stinger or anything at the end.
Oh, where was the snail?
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was...
Tell me. After this, no, actually, no, right now. Right now.
No.
So we just reviewed the footage, and I was right about the pitchfork.
I just thought...
Because he looked like a little devil.
Well, yeah, but I saw the horns. He's in a little red
The little
thing.
tail.
Actually, now I'm curious. Okay, I'm going to look at it again. I want to see if he has the tail. Because I know for sure...
I'm pretty sure he has the tail. I mean, he might not have the tail.
And no visible tail.
Yeah, but he does have the pitchfork. Anyways, I'm right, as usual. So tell me where the snail is.
I saw it. Let me pull up my notes for the exact timestamp, but I know it happened wicked early.
Yeah.
It was like first scene. It was at, not really. I mean, yeah, first setting. It was at 1:25 next to PB when Finn saves her at the beginning. Right next to her, little snail waving his little hand.
So yeah, when you're like, I paused it to see, I'm like, uh-oh.
No, I was saying like on my first pass through when I
Yeah.
watched it, I mostly write notes, so it's like I'm
On the
not
first
super
pass,
observant.
yeah.
I'm not physically like watching it a lot. I'm
Yeah.
just like getting lines. I'm getting sequences.
Yeah.
A little
Getting
peek behind the curtain.
the deets.
Second time around, I'm doing more of the visual stuff and
Yeah.
adding things I missed if I did.
Absolutely.
Definitely pausing a lot more for snail action. And I was like, when I saw it immediately on the second playthrough, I was like, oh, there he is. Like, right away.
Right away. You're like, I didn't even have to be looking, you know.
I was just in my view.
So I have a few more production notes
Okay.
that I think are pretty interesting that we didn't get to. This episode was actually originally twice as long. Yeah, there were a lot more trials that were cut.
Well, yeah, they skipped a lot.
Yeah, they ended up rewriting it so that they would skip over it, you know? So the original cut scenes, right, were the introduction of Chuskus.
Man, we got robbed of that.
I know! Saving a bat from a gnome and riding it.
Okay.
And that's actually how they got up rather than the ogre's dollar. Yeah. Finding out that one of the gumdrop girls is a hunchbacked wizard.
The ones from the beginning?
Uh-huh.
It was like, I want you, Finn.
Yeah. And then going...
What does that even mean?
I don't know. And then going through a series of skeletons, of course. That's like classic dungeon crawl stuff. I think that would have been so cool to see, but obviously short on time.
For sure.
What else? Oh, yeah. On TV listings and some cable providers, the name was misspelled of the episode. So they removed the and the exclamation point. So it just says Enchiridion.
Enchiridion.
And on Hulu, that's exactly what it says.
It just says Enchiridion?
Yep. It also lists as the first episode, which is really annoying.
What do you mean?
Hulu. It lists as the first episode.
But no, I'm watching it I'm watching it on Hulu.
I watched it on Hulu.
I watched it on Hulu.
I watched it on Hulu.
But I'm watching it currently on Hulu.
Let me pull it up.
We just looked at the footage.
Just look at the footage some more. Back it out, my dude.
Well, it's weird now it's doing it.
Yeah.
No, but it wasn't.
It was yesterday when I watched the episode.
No, because look, right here, it says Season 1, Episode 1 is Slumber Party Panic.
What?
And Trouble in Lumpy Space. Season 1, Episode 2 is Enchiridion Jiggler. But it wasn't like that last time I looked at it either.
That's really weird.
What is going on?
Hulu does weird stuff.
Because so far, like literally, I'm not kidding. Like every time you text me, just because like you have the chronological order and you want to make sure I'm watching it.
Yeah.
It's been in order for me. Where I'm like, okay, yeah,
That's
cool.
crazy.
I just like logical the next episode. But now that I'm looking at it right now,
because when I looked at Hulu earlier, like yesterday, it had Enchiridion as the first one.
but like even when I was like clicked into it, it said Season 1, Episode 1, and then I just went out of it and it says Season 1, Episode 2.
What is
But
this?
I know it's been Season 1, Episode 3 or 4.
It's 5.
5. God damn.
Hulu, what's happening?
I don't know. Oh, they also.
Oh yeah, now it says episode 2 on mine.
What the fuck is going on? Hulu, get your shit together.
Hulu, What the fuck?
Ever since Disney got you, you've never been the same. I don't know how long they've been affiliated.
But yeah, anyways.
This is tripping me out. I have to stop looking at it.
Yeah, so on some things, including Hulu, they also listed DirecTV and Dish Network.
Okay.
But they changed the title.
Mm-hmm.
The original title card also had Finn stabbing Jake with a dagger.
Oh.
The Cartoon Network execs changed it to a French loaf due to the scene being too violent and dark, and this way, like, it looks like they're just playing,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
That's
But
funny.
I was like, he was stabbing him with a dagger? That's dark as hell. Here's another dark thing.
Okay.
When the Adventure Time logo appears at the very end, gunfire and screaming can be heard.
Why?
Not on the Hulu version.
But why?
I don't remember if it was on the DVD version because I didn't watch it this time because I knew there wasn't
But for sure,
commentary.
the airing.
Yeah, they actually removed it from the Hulu version and like the streaming service version.
But like, why? Did it say why?
Adam Muto later explained that Pendleton Ward was just attempting to make the ending sound crazier.
Huh.
So,
You did it.
so it's just like gunfire and screaming at the end.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it likely do the sounds of the screaming and gunfire.
Most
that
likely.
played during
That's probably it.
Also, it was cut in Australia, likely for the same reasons.
Sure. The shave time for censorship. What is it, Savvy?
It was 5 seconds in Australia and the Philippines.
Very nice.
Yay.
Back to you, Ollie.
So that's all the notes I have.
Very good.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy.
It was a thick sewed.
It was a thick
A
sewed.
lot of stuff went down.
But now that we know that I'm right and we know where the snail is, and we're through the episode, I guess it's time to
Listen to the ad.
and then get to the food.
More importantly, the ad. It's what keeps the lights on, folks.
Yeah, our very real and kind of fake ad is what keeps the lights on.
Are so
It pays my
real.
PG&E at my house.
You have solar.
That's true. We're running off a battery, right?
And this pays for the hookups for the gas that PG&E still charges you for whatever
Which is
reason.
really annoying.
I know. I can get into that all day, but we're not going to.
That's why new homes are built with gas.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Instead, we're gonna listen to this ad, and then we're gonna get cooking.
Well, Seth, tell us about our sponsor for today.
Well, I think the recording is gonna do a pretty good job of it, but
yeah, I mean, I was leading the recording in.
oh, okay. Well, why don't you just say that?
Anyways, guys, here's the ad. Bye.
Listen up, people. You know what's exhausting? Cooking. You know, I do it. Me and Savvy do it all the time here on the show. You know what's even worse? Scrolling through a million delivery apps just to find out they don't even have what you really want. Enter Chow Now Wow, the food delivery app that actually gets you. Complete with a bold, complex algorithm to ensure a personalized cravings paradise. Having a hankering for sushi at 2 a.m.? Done. Need tacos and a side of waffles? We don't judge. They embrace your messy, beautiful food cravings and bring them straight to your door, fast, hot, and exactly how you want it. And because we love you and we know you love free stuff, use the promo code LICKME in the Chow Now Wow mobile app and get 1 month of premium features absolutely for free. That means priority delivery, no service fees, and access to exclusive drool-worthy deals. So stop settling for sad meals and get Chow Now Wow today, because your taste buds deserve better.
This ad is for comedic purposes only. Any companies, products, or services mentioned are completely fictional and should not be taken seriously. This ad serves as a wildly self-indulgent attempt to launch a voice acting career. No actual endorsements, partnerships, or corporate conspiracies will harm in the making of this ad. Many will enter, few will win. Enjoy responsibly.
So we've got our dishes covered.
Finally,
I think I might know what yours is.
I think I have a pretty good idea about yours.
Yeah, because we did, I mean, a little peek behind the curtain. We did say, like, hey, there's a very obvious one, and then there are some silly ones, you know.
I did take the obvious route. I had a long week.
Yeah.
I was tired. I was like, I know what this is, and you know what this is. So, full disclosure, I made spaghetti.
Yeah, well, let's see it.
Here you go.
Oh, that turned out really nice.
Right? Couple meatballs, a lot of sauce.
Aw, sauce.
I did keep her
Big
proud, I
ass
think.
pile of spaghetti. Holy shit.
I know. Yeah, you'll see on the gram, on the community tab.
Did you use, like, all of the spaghetti to make the pile?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I put the entire pot on, like, a plate. I was, like, hoping we found a cute plate, and I just piled piled it as high as I could.
Beautiful.
As you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that you draped it was very strange. Like, because I was like, it's not touching any of the food.
Right.
I don't know. Like, did you have like a little box with it or something?
That's just an industry secret I can't reveal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now it's time for you to reveal it, even though
Yes.
I think I might know, just because I think we have a similar sense of humor.
Yes. So, you know the part where the ghost guy, yells.
Shadow demon thing.
Yeah. So it's like,
spiky teeth.
kill this unaligned ant.
Yes.
So,
No.
so I made unaligned ants
Yep.
on a log.
You know, it's so funny. I cannot believe, I don't know why. Looking back on this would have been a much easier thing to do than making spaghetti.
100%.
When we're like the obvious one, like, yeah, spaghetti, it's walk in the park, super easy. I literally did have that thought like cross my mind.
Really?
Like I was gonna have, oh my, yeah, you have like the raisins like staggered.
Yeah.
That's literally
like zipper pattern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had that exact idea.
That's so funny.
Oh god.
Well, that's why Mom says that we share one brain.
Yeah,
so-
she doesn't want to play games with us anymore.
or at least not with us sitting together or being on the
Correct.
same team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's funny. This peanut butter looks a little sweaty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I love me some peanut butter, but was this like one of the like stir peanut butter things?
Yeah. So it was like a natural peanut butter.
Mhm.
Because Jake went and picked some up, and I was like, I don't care what kind, just
Mhm.
get whatever. And we usually get brand name here.
Right.
But he found a different brand, and I was like, that's cool. And I mixed it up, but I'm like, ooh, this is like real
It's a little sweaty.
sweaty, real I don't want to say loose.
I was gonna say, I don't know why sex positive came to mind.
Yikes. No, it's like kind of runny peanut butter.
yeah. Not loose.
It's just like extra oily looking.
Yeah.
Even though I stirred it pretty well, I think.
You should have
but-
frozen it.
Yeah, but then, we have a bad track record with the freezer.
Yeah. We shouldn't use your freezer.
No, we need to get a new one. In fact, throw the whole house out. We
Yeah.
need to start over.
Start from scratch. Start with the freezer.
Build the house around the freezer.
There won't be any flooring under the freezer, but that's
Yes.
fine.
It doesn't need it.
We can work with that.
Why would it need it?
No, we just need solid foundation.
Um,
All right. Well,
Yeah,
you
well,
want to dig in?
let's try it. Here, I made some for you without ants because I know you don't like the
see.
ants.
I don't like ants. You can call me crazy, but I'm not a big fan of
I'm
ants.
not a big ant guy. Get that chomp
Ready?
in on the
Ready?
thing.
Ready?
Oh, gorgeous. I'm sure that sounded great. Here comes another.
A second celery has hit the podcast.
Oh no.
It's pretty good.
Pretty basic.
The peanut butter is like, because it's not brand name.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes not alive is the wrong word. It tastes lively.
Alive.
It's squirming. Savvy, I hear it screaming. There's a pulse.
There's ants.
Wait, those aren't raisins? But yeah, I'll take another chomp out of this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of hard to fuck up, ants on a log.
True.
The crunchiness of the celery, the goopiness of the peanut butter. It makes it hard to talk in podcast form without, like, lots of mouth sounds.
Well, it sounded like LSP.
Yeah.
Which is actually a funny little segue. Before we try mine, and before we rate yours, I actually wanted to tell you I did come up with a new rate system for us.
Oh.
We were complaining. We were being silly about it. I do have a new scale.
Uh-huh.
All 5 of the ones we had originally are still in there.
Okay.
Just kind of scattered about.
You just made it a 10-point scale like you were talking about?
Correct.
Yeah.
So, number 1, I still stuck with unacceptable.
Perfect, yes.
Uh,
Where it should be.
Yes. Number 2, I have to have you guess a couple. I know, I make you
could
guess
possibly
everything.
Be?
Think something really bad in Adventure Time slang. Time's up.
I can't think. Besides unacceptable, I can't.
Boom,
think.
boom.
Boom, boom.
It's shit.
It's shit.
But not quite unacceptable. Like, you can kind of tolerate some shit.
A little bit of shit.
I'll have just a sample of shit.
Is the next one check, please?
It is.
Ah.
Yeah. 4, I lost sleep over this one because I couldn't think about it. I was like, I couldn't tell if it was just above 5 or just below 5.
Okay.
But I did flip what the zip
Interesting.
because when I looked up flip specifically under the sling,
Yeah.
it literally says is like a sub for fuck. So it's like, oh fuck, what the fuck? So it's like just about like, ugh.
I don't know if you remember in the trailer we said like, Flip, what the zip?
Oh, did we?
As kind of more of an excited sort of thing.
I think in context, yes.
Yeah.
But I can't handle rejection of this right now.
No, I understand.
I'm
I
gonna
understand.
cry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was just thinking because I thought it was more of a positive thing. I didn't look at the definition.
Number 5 is nooch.
Nooch, which is what this was.
Number 6, and the reason I fought over this too is because this also was like could be middle of the road.
Yeah.
It was just grease. On the slang, I know you're looking at me like, what the fuck? On the slang, it says pretty good.
Yeah, I forgot that the grease meant pretty good.
Yeah, it said pretty good and said or could be like less than good.
Because just looking at the words, I would have flipped that with flip what the zip.
I know,
you know?
But yeah, I had to look at the definitions that they used. Number 7, and inspired by this episode as we talked earlier, Schmauzau.
Schmauzau.
Yeah, so Schmauzau, it's pretty good. It's a 7. And then we're moving up, and then I was like, well, I always wanted to include number 8 in here, which was Slamacow.
Of course.
But there was just no room for it in the current system we had.
Yeah.
And then up to number 9.
Tops
Blueby.
Yeah.
Which you would
Still
think
not
would
the
be
top.
the top. But it's not. And
Never
number 10
will be.
is, say it with me, unacceptable.
What?
Mathematical. So yeah, that's the new scale we're working with.
Nice. This might be grease.
I was going to say,
just because it's so sweaty.
honestly, just by the name of it, yeah, it is sweaty peanut butter. We'll get there. Let's try mine first.
And it's not the name of it.
I'm saying like the name of the category
Yeah.
plus the greasy of the butter.
So let's try the spaghetti.
Yeah.
Gatekeeper spaghetti.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I called it the devil likes Prego, but I did make a homemade sauce. I will say that.
It's good.
Is it?
I like the sauce a lot.
A lot of shit in there. I had red pepper flakes, Italian seasoning, garlic salt, crushed garlic, onion, tomato paste, some water for the sauce. What else did I have in there? Then I added some spice with some Cholula.
Cholula? And marinara sauce?
It's not marinara sauce, you dingus.
It is. It's red sauce.
That's not what marinara is. A red sauce. It's a species of red.
What would this be then?
Tomato sauce.
That's marinara sauce.
No, it's not, Joey.
I'm looking this up.
I think marinara is very specific.
Marinara versus pasta sauce.
Man versus wild. What is the definition of marinara sauce?
I'm looking at... Marinara is considered a simpler, lighter sauce with a focus on pure tomato flavor, while pasta sauce is a broader term that can include more complex ingredients like meat, vegetables, and cream, often resulting in richer and thicker consistency compared to marinara. So you made marinara. Marinara typically has tomatoes, garlic, and herbs like basil and oregano with basic seasonings.
But what about Cholula?
Pasta sauce might include additional ingredients like onions, carrots, mushrooms, ground meat, or even cheese.
Okay, well, I'm not specific.
It's a straight up marinara, dude.
But here's the thing. What you said.
It's a tomato sauce.
But what you looked up was marinara versus every other pasta sauce.
Yeah, but what? There's a million kinds of tomato sauces, like curries and stuff like that, around the world.
Regardless.
This was an Italian-style sauce.
Italian.
With Cholula in it.
Here's the thing. You fucking like it. Shut up.
It's really good.
I know, so just don't give me that.
But it's still marinara.
Whatever. Point is, you liked it. It has Cholula. Get over it. I'm eating it. I'm hungry. We're going to wolf this down.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
This is our straight up dinner.
And we're back.
Whew. I'm full.
Yeah, we wolfed that down. Wolfed it.
Well, now it's time to put this new scale to good use.
Yeah.
Let's start with you. Oh, I forgot before we go on.
Yeah.
I didn't mention before that the noodles are gluten-free.
Yes.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You. I did request them.
And yeah, she said, "Can I get GF noodles?" I'm like, "Girlfriend noodles."
Girlfriend
I'm like,
noodles.
Girlfriend, no.
Because we didn't outright say, like, oh yeah, Seth is doing the spaghetti.
But we knew what was going on.
We knew.
And I had some meatballs.
Meatball spaghetti underneath. Ravioli, great barrier reef. Anyways, so you got meatballs.
Yeah, I got some meatballs. They got some Parmesan cheese in there.
Yer.
Some bread.
Yer.
Gluten-free bread. No, it's not.
It was close enough. It's just a little bit of the breadcrumbs, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's nothing crazy.
It's mostly to bind it.
To bind it.
Anywho, let's get this new scale rolled out. Let's discuss your
unaligned ants on the log.
That's not what I was gonna say, but
Sweaty peanut butter.
let's discuss your ingredients.
Yeah, I mean it's celery,
Mm-hmm.
it's peanut butter,
Mm-hmm.
and it's raisins.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Yeah, so I'm very comfortable with it being at nooch because it's literally just nutrients.
You basically made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
With celery, yeah.
Yeah, and without jelly.
Yeah. It's basically ants on the log. So.
I'm just saying that's how simple it is without saying what it is. You know what I mean. I'm
the long way.
peanut butter jelly the long ants along the long way.
We could have
just pile them up.
End to end.
Yeah, and just have them climbing vertically. Ants can do that.
They can, and I hate them.
They do it often.
So yeah, I'm comfortable with it being nooch or grease just because it's sweaty. But
I think grease being the peanut butter is sweaty is funnier.
Yeah.
So I am all in to go for that. Even though, I mean, I do like it a lot. It's just, it's good.
It's classic, but it's very simple.
I would eat this every day.
Yeah.
know?
Minus the ants, you
Minus
mean?
the ants, yeah.
So just the celery and the peanut butter.
I love me some celery and peanut butter.
You're like, I love a BLT without the bacon.
No, without the tomato.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I really don't hate raisins.
Mm-hmm.
I just I would just rather have it without them.
I honestly don't notice them at all because it's just so much like peanut butter,
Right. Peanut butter is the dominating factor here.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm comfortable with nooch.
I'll give it a grease
Okay.
for those who are
Keeping track at home.
yeah, that is a 6 out of 10.
Ooh.
A grease. So it wasn't bad. It's just
It wasn't bad.
There's just not
It
a
was
lot of
fine.
room.
I couldn't fuck
It's
it up
just
is the thing.
Peanut butter and celery. with
Yeah.
The occasional ant. So
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is going to be difficult to take a picture of though because the peanut butter is just really shiny.
yeah.
Because the like natural oils, you know?
I think what saves it from being nooch is that it was not just regular peanut butter.
Yeah, it's a little fancier because it's the natural kind.
It's pretty smooth.
Because they were out of beep.
Here. Okay, my turn.
Yeah. What do you feel your spaghetti scores?
Okay, maybe the scale's still too small because I don't feel like giving it a 7 being 1 over the celery. I don't feel like that's appropriate, but I don't want to go higher than that either because it's spaghetti. It's also simple.
Well, it's spaghetti, but you made the sauce.
I did.
You know? Allegedly, you made the meatballs.
Well, what they don't know can't hurt them.
Allegedly. I would at least give it an 8.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the
Okay.
very least.
Which is, do you remember?
Schmouse out. No. Slam a cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at it intently.
It's not my scale, man.
Well.
So I would at least give it that, if not tops.
I'm not giving it tops.
No tops?
No tops. Meatballs were good. Everything tasted fine.
Everything was great.
It's just, I don't know. It was
spaghetti.
If it were a different like sauce, if I made like a vodka sauce kind of thing,
Ooh.
I do really like that kind of like.
You did give it a little bit of spice though.
Yes.
Which was good with the red pepper.
It's kind of I told Savvy this before we were recording, but I made like pasta sauce for like probably 4 years. Like all I ate was pasta like for like in college, and so I've made sauce like all the time. So this is, you know, a product of that. It was just kind of autopilot.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was really fun, and I haven't done it in a while,
Mm-hmm.
so it was nice to get back into it.
I know you
Would have liked some cheese.
You were talking
house.
about. I know. Sorry, we don't do cheese.
Yeah.
We don't do gluten. Or at least we don't keep it around. You know.
Mhm.
Sometimes we eat it, but then we feel sick after.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we were making the apple pie, you're like, I haven't peeled anything in years, and I'm like, what world do you live in? And so it's The show's getting you back into cooking.
Yeah, I suppose so. Getting back into peeling things at least.
Well, I mean, you're making that sauce from scratch. Peeling things is part of cooking, dude. Like knife skills and peeler skills, I guess. Because I didn't want to give you a knife.
I did use a knife.
Yeah, but I didn't want to give you a knife for peeling.
I did. I used one.
No, you used the peeler.
I did both. Remember, I did Mom's method.
Oh, yeah. But Mom's method is wild.
I did literally probably 50-50. It was like,
Really?
Yeah.
That's why it took so long.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I was making the crust, and you're just like, which way do I peel?
Yeah, well.
Well, great dishes this week, I guess. I mean, mine wasn't great. I'll just say that. Mine was fine.
They were dishes this week.
They were dishes. They weren't bad.
Mm-hmm. Just a wholesome meal.
Yeah, it was just pretty well balanced.
Oh, boy.
Good ep, dude.
I think so, too. I had a lot of fun. Well, same time next week.
Probably.
Alrighty. Well, you know, like...
As long as you still live here.
And you know what I said earlier? Roger, that's my dollar.
Hey, everyone follow us at DDJLS Podcast on Instagram. And,
Do we want to get that clean?
no.
Bye. Right.
Where's my dollar?
That's classic. That's gonna stick with me for a while.
And play the outro.
Wrong limit!
I'm angry. Anger leads to suffering. To the dark side. Return of the Sith. Just kidding this time, I know. I'm making fun of myself. It's called a joke. Look it up. My organs. Ow. Ow. Just stay quiet. Just trust me. Ow. Ow. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. This is Dude. This is my process.
I almost had it, and then you looked at me.
I know. When I looked at you is when I lost it.
Did you know there was something fucky with that old bald man?
Something fucky with that old
Yeah, I
bald
can't
man?
remember.
Are you referring to the Six Flags guy?
Yeah.
You know that's Christopher Lee, right?
Who?
Christopher Lee. He played Count Dooku.
That's not
I know.
Christopher Lee.
I just knew that
It
would
took
fuck
me
with
a
you.
second. No, it's not.
I was like, I wanted to see if that would
Hold on.
really fuck you up for a second.
That's really fucked
Sir
up.
Christopher Lee, he's knighted, Savvy. He's killed people. I'm sorry about being weird.
You're being super weird.
give me foot five. Love you.
Love you.
Foot nooks.
Foot next.
Did we actually confirm that Sam, like straight up 100%?
I'm positive.
Just please look it up. Because I have to change my whole conflict title.
Oh, Mark Hamill! Here, I'll make sure.
I meant to look that up earlier. I can't believe I didn't.
I'm 1,000% positive.
No good salary.
Your antsless log. That sounds like a weird innuendo. Your antsless log.
Wait, sorry, I shaved. Why are there ants on it?
Shave time for censorship.
Shave time for censorship? What is it, Savvy?
The shave time for censorship. God damn it.
I tried to lead you and you didn't even have to say it.
I know.
Okay, ready?
All right, Seth. What are we listening to?
What?
I was like, Seth, what are you selling today?
Well, here we are. I got just the thing for you.
I don't know.
I was like, what are we listening to?
I was just gonna
I-
lead into the ad, and
Yeah.
it didn't work.
I'm sorry, I just left you hanging with what? I know that's bad improv,
It is.
but that was also
It was bad. Meatball, Meatball spaghetti on the meat.
Ravioli.
Ravioli. What happened?
It's meatball spaghetti on the what? Feet? Spaghetti in your feet.
It's not reef, huh?
No. Great
'Cause
berry
it's great
reef.
berry reef. Meatball spaghetti on the
street. Ravioli.
Hold on.
Do 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 do.
Spaghetti underneath.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I love when she take control.
She beat my meat
Yeah.
whack-a-mole.
I arch my back, curl my toes, submissive and breedable. S-I-M-P. Submissive and breedable. We some little guys that we easily pleasable. Say ooh la la.